What's up, y'all? Just reporting back on some more of the stuff that I've heard and that I've learned. I had a meeting with some of my comrades in the struggle, Afam, Yin, and Regent, and we sat down and we had probably about a good 2.5 hour conversation about restorative justice and peacemaking. And what I got from that conversation was primarily that everything that we do is based in principles, and that if it's not coming from those principles, then it's going down a path that we don't want, that probably leads to more harm in the long run. But there were two really important characteristics of peacemaking that they brought to my attention and fleshed out that I think I really want to capture in my memory and to share with you all. And number one, and probably the most important, was trust building. And trust building is not something that happens by shaking somebody's hand, which is a colonial practice or anything else like that. Trust building happens over time, through conversations, through meeting with people, through getting to know one another. And the second major component is relationship building. Also something that takes a long time to facilitate. And what they pointed out to me was that none of this happens quickly. And, you know, when people pick up these restorative justice practices and they want to just apply it to, you know, a particular conflict at some time, like a Band-Aid to resolve a problem, one of the things that they brought up was that because it takes so much time to build trust and to develop relationships, that it's not a very effective tool when all of a sudden it's just like dropped on to a situation in and of itself. And then like that's going to solve the problem, because underneath of many of the conflicts that we have in our lives come back to the way that we relate with one another, relationships. And in order to get to the kinds of things that are at the crux, at the heart of our relationships, we have to have trust. And so it takes time to build that before we even get to the conflict resolution part. Furthermore, what has been being brought up is that through the trust building and through the relationship building, what we actually get to is community building, where it becomes not just a practice that can be applied to particular situations, but an entire shift in the way in which we organize our lives. And I think that's a really important, beautiful transition that we need in this society, because the practices and the norms of the society, with all of the indoctrination, is what is leading to many of the problems that we have. And if we keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, then we're just going to end up in the same place. And that's not what we want. We want an entire shift in paradigm so that we can pull away from, you know, the culture of punishment and the system of mass incarceration and its throwaway culture that has swept through and has been like an insidious poison or virus, like tearing at the core of our beings away. So that we can actually come to a place where we're restoring humanity, we're restoring relationships, we're restoring spirituality, we're restoring our connection to Mother Earth and to one another. And that's what I think is really beautiful, and it touches me in a very particular sort of way about the lineage that Afam, Regent, and Yin have graciously agreed to pass along to me. So that's also part of what I'm learning. Peace. Power to the people, y'all. Renaissance the poet. Out.